I'm Sean from The Tour Guide. We're a tour operator with activities in Europe's major cities, including Florence. And today, in 12 minutes, I'm going to dispel 20 years of travel experience. We're going to go over when to go, how to get there, how long to stay, where to stay, what to see, and then travel tips, food, and etiquette. This is how you visit Florence. Florence wears its seasons boldly. From blazing summer heat to crisp autumn evenings and festive winter nights, this city transforms with each passing week. So the real question for you is, what type of trip do you want? Here's my quick breakdown. Let's start with the spring, March through May. The perfect balance of good weather, manageable crowds, mild temperature, blooming flowers, and occasional rain shower. It's definitely the time to go, but as always, avoid Easter week. That brings me to summer, June through September. Busy, hot, and expensive, but man, as I always say, I wouldn't miss a summer in Italy for my life. The cities are electric, lively bars and bustling piazzas. Everyone's there. It really depends on what's most important to you. Starting in September and finishing off in late October is the Vendemmia, which takes place in Tuscany, and Florence is also in Tuscany, so it's a great time to visit. This is when the grapes mature enough and become sweet enough to make wine. It's not an exact date every year. Sometimes it's September, early October, late October, really based on the growing season. Finally, there's winter, November, December, January, and February. This time is cool, quiet, Christmas lights are up all of December and most of January. It's a beautiful time to visit. I would avoid February personally because it gets really cold and rainy, but otherwise, it's gonna be no one there and the city's gonna be to yourself. Every restaurant, hotel, and rooftop bar will welcome you happily. Even if you can pick the perfect time of the year, your trip can still go wrong, so stay tuned, we're getting to what to do. Now time for the main event. What do you see and do in Florence? And I'll sum it up pretty easy for you. First, you want to see Michelangelo's David in Accademia at least one time, at least once. You want to see the Uffizi gallery every single time you go to Florence. It is bustling with art and beauty. You'd like to go inside the Duomo. It is best from the outside and on top. I heavily recommend visiting the Duomo in Florence. From there, you want to leave Florence and go to Tuscany. The city is located in Tuscany and it's surrounded by vineyards and beautiful hills. You definitely want to get outside and visit Tuscany. Here's my day-by-day plan. On your arrival day, do a food tour. Food tours are incredible, especially in Florence. It's a complete walking city. So you're trying something at many locations, you're mapping out the city, getting a walking tour, receiving a local perspective from a local gourmand, as well as having your entire restaurant scene mapped out for you on your first day. On your next day, wake up and see Michelangelo's David in Accademia. It's tough to see David without a tour. Even if you get tickets and you skip the line, there's just not enough information about it. A guide will explain step by step what makes this the greatest sculpture ever created out of marble. Next up, head over to the Duomo and enter inside, and then go to the Uffizi Museum to end your day. You can try to do these things by yourself, but why not join a tour? It takes all the guesswork out. You can relax, enjoy it, soak in the sights, have meaningful moments with whoever you're traveling with, and learn something all in the same go. Not to mention, you don't have to deal with any of the tickets or any of the issues. Then on your next day, if you have the luxury of 2 full days in Florence, you'll want to go and visit Tuscany. We have an incredible tour, the best tour from Florence to Tuscany. It goes to a vineyard, you eat lunch, you have a wine tasting, you go to San Gimignano. There's many other stops. It's an incredible day. It gets incredible reviews. Definitely check that one out. Finally, if you have any free time, there's some other really cool things you do in Florence, which you can either join a tour for or you can visit on your own. I recommend, definitely, you'd want to see the bronze doors right in front of the Duomo. These are incredible. Michelangelo named them the gates of heaven. You'll want to stroll through Mercato Centrale, which is the main market in Florence. On the first level, you have a very traditional like bakers and stalls and produce and all kinds of cool stuff. On the second floor, you have a really modern restaurant area with tons of different restaurants and bars and coffee places and cool things like this. It's an incredible place to see. You definitely have to at least go for lunch one day. You can't leave Florence without rubbing the bronze boar's nose. It's a very good luck thing. You have to do it. Don't miss it. Finally, you must walk across Ponte Vecchio, which is an incredible bridge. It's beautiful. You have all the jewelers there and the gold shops. It's an incredible experience. Finally, you want to go all the way up the hill to Piazzale Michelangelo for sunset. Easily the best view in Florence. There's some rooftop bars that might be slightly better, so definitely check them out too. Another thing you can do is visit Palazzo Pitti and the Boboli Gardens, which were literally the home of the Medici family. So if it was good enough for the richest family in European history, it's good enough for you too. If you like my plan, check out the description below. It's loaded with links and stuff, but there's a 3-day itinerary of all Florence we built together with our team there in Florence. It's incredible. Check it out. That brings me to how long to stay. Short answer, 2 full days. You can definitely arrive to Florence in the morning, cram in the Accademia, go to the Duomo, and then jet through the Uffizi, only to depart in the evening. But why would you want to do such a thing to such a wonderful city? Florence deserves at least 2 full days. 1 day to visit the center of the city and 1 day to get out into Tuscany. That brings me to flights and getting to Florence, which is so easy. The city is located in the center of Italy, so from Rome and Naples or from Venice and Milan, it's easy to get to Florence by train, which is most likely how you will arrive. That said, if you're coming in from another city in Europe, Florence does have an airport, Amerigo Vespucci Airport, or FLR, which is well connected to Florence by train, so it's really easy to get to. Overall, the city scores a 10 out of 10 logistically. The big pro tip here is if you're renting a car in Italy, do not drive into Florence. The city has a very large historical center that's all protected by cameras, and you need a special permit to drive in the center, which you don't have, and you will get a ticket. And trust me when I say those tickets will follow you for life. I still have many. That brings me to where to stay. I recommend staying in Santa Croce if you're going with family and friends. There's lots of restaurants, bars, nightlife. You're still in the center, but you can easily walk to the main attractions. Also great for families and friends traveling is Santo Spirito, or otherwise known as Oltre Arno, which means across the Arno River, just like Trastevere in Rome means across the Tiber River. Imagine this is where the Medici chose to live, so it's a really nice area, but it's not crowded at night, even though there's bars, restaurants, and lots of authentic eating. In the very, very center near the Duomo and the Uffizi, it's pretty cool, but you're sort of like hitting a very touristy area, even though you can walk in and out of that very easily. My one pro tip is for a romantic vacation, stay near Piazza di Santa Trinita, which is where all the luxury shopping is, all the rooftop bars are. It's a really nice, really beautiful, really cool area if you're traveling with a romantic partner. If you're worried about how expensive the hotels will be, which they will be very expensive, go in the winter time or during low season. You can stay at a super bougie luxury 5-star hotel for a few $100 a night, and they'll welcome you in with open arms. But you have to do that during low season. That brings me to everyone's big question, hotels or apartment rentals. I have an easy formula. If I travel with one other person, like my wife, I'm gonna stay in a hotel. I like the front desk, I like room service, I like having a restaurant, I like having a lobby. I like being able to drop my bags off and check in whenever I want. If you're traveling and need more than one room, like with your kids or extended family, consider an apartment rental. For me, it's a little bit laborious to stay in an apartment rental. You're texting with the apartment owner as you're like landing into an airport, or when are you gonna be here? And it's like, I don't know when I'm gonna be here. I don't wanna deal with that stress during travel. I normally avoid apartments, but again, if you want more space, it is much better value for the money. For specific recommendations, check out our Where to Stay in Florence article. I wrote this article personally, and many people in our company contributed to it as we learn more about the city. That brings me to packing. Florence is stylish, and you should be too. For men, pants and shirts. Cotton in the winter, linen in the summer, because it will be so incredibly hot you'll literally melt into a puddle of water. For women, same thing. Pants in the winter, sweaters, things like this. In the summer, it's all dresses, just dresses. Your athleisure from home will not work in Europe, or in Italy at least. Don't bring it, just bring dresses. In the winter, fall, and spring, it gets rainy, so you definitely want to be prepared for rain when you're in Florence with your shoes and also with a rain jacket. An umbrella never hurts, but your hotel will have one, so don't stress. Packing now also includes the apps you download on your phone. So Google or Apple Maps comes standard, whichever one you like the best. Definitely bring it, definitely use it. That brings me to a data plan. If you have T-Mobile, it comes included on your phone for data roaming. If you don't have T-Mobile, you can download an eSIM. We have a link to the one that we prefer in the description below. There's Google Translate for getting around. You can even like speak into Google Translate and it speaks back in the modern language. It works so well these days. I highly recommend it. WhatsApp for texting. This is the standard for communication in Europe, so definitely have WhatsApp on your phone. Your tour company and your tour guide and the restaurants and everything will text you. Otherwise, you don't need a taxi app because Florence is so walkable. That said, if you're out at night and you're wearing heels and you're tired of walking, there's taxi stands everywhere and you can easily catch a ride from point A to point B. That brings me to travel tips, food, and etiquette. The most important part, the most interesting part, the most delicious part. To truly enjoy Florence, you have to understand its rhythm and heartbeat. Florence museums museums are closed on Mondays. So most state museums like Accademia and Uffizi will be closed on Mondays. You want to book your tickets and tours in advance like anywhere. If you know where you want to go, if you know what you want to see, book in advance. Tipping is very standard. You want to tip your tour guide 5 to 10 euros per person based on their performance. For dining, you want to tip 2 to 5 euros per person, which is not tied to the price of your bill. It's tied to the level of service and the level of cuisine you receive, which kind of feels like it should be the way everywhere, huh?
I actually think he's onto something.
That brings me to a coperto, or cover charge. This is a standard thing to do in Italy. Not every restaurant does it, but some do. It's their choice to do it. They don't do it on your bill because you're American and not on an Italian's bill. Trust me, they will bill everyone that walks in the restaurant with this charge if they choose to charge it at all. If you're worried about this, just ask in advance. It's normally about 2 euros. And trust me, this does not go to the waiter, so you still want to tip on top of this if you had a good meal. General dining tips are easy. If you like a place and want to eat there, make a reservation. If you don't have a reservation, still show up and maybe you'll get in, especially for a small party. I fully follow the if you see it rule. So if you see something beautiful, you pay for something beautiful. Okay, your food may not be that good if you see something beautiful. It could also be good, but you're definitely gonna pay more. If you don't see it, you don't pay for it. So if the further you get away from a monument, the less you'll pay, but that still doesn't guarantee a great meal. Do research in advance, check out our restaurant recommendations, linked in the description below, and we'll let you know what we feel are the best restaurants in the city. The must-try dishes in Florence are simple. Bistecca Fiorentina. It's a massive, thick steak that's barely cooked, and the Florentines go crazy for it, okay? You can split it in like 3, 4, 5 people. It's okay. You don't need that much. Then there's the pappardelle al ragù di cinghiale, which is like a thick pasta with a boar's meat ragu on it. It is phenomenal, especially in winter months when you need like a hearty meal to keep you warm. Finally, there's the white bean soup, okay? Or white bean anything. If you see white beans on a menu in Florence, definitely get it and you'll be very, very happy. Thank me in the comments below, obviously, about the white beans. They're so good. And there you have it. Florence done well. No long lines, no bad food. Overall positive experience. You're gonna have a great time. If you like the video, then like it. If you love it, subscribe, send it to your friends, click the bells. Definitely check out our How to Plan Venice and Florence and Rome and Paris and Barcelona and everywhere pretty much. Just check out our channel, it's awesome. Love you guys.